Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 2v2 on Duel between the Carbon team, the upper left-hand corner, wingman876 in the, what is that? The Phantom Bomber, and his teammate, Skyguard777 in the Steampunk Striker. And their opponents, the blue team in the bottom right-hand corner, EagleShadow in the Recon Angel, and his teammate, Kuri, in the classic Warthog. And, I'm assuming there's going to be some pretty standard opens here. It's still a moneymaker game, guys. You know, I know they increased the fort credit income and you know, made levelers and all that stuff more viable. But you know, full moneymakers, I really don't see a way out of that being the meta. Unless you unless we could really find a way to make levelers worth it, and even then I would assume it would just be kind of in either high tier play or low tier play, just because, you know, low tier players just love doing, you know, hero meching, and early harassed by both of the Carbon players, but nothing really much was killed. Did EagleShadow get to save that? Oh no, one moneymaker was taken down by Skyguard. And now they are going more defensive. Oh no, Wingman continuing his harass. It's a really good thing to do because it will give Skyguard kind of freedom to do whatever he wants. Oh, and Skyguard also going to try to kill some stuff over here. So a lot of pressure going down by this Carbon team. And it does look like that it's settled down just a little bit, so they probably will start their mid-fight a little bit soon. The Carbon team choosing to go Buckies, and EagleShadow grabbing some creeps, going to do a little bit more harass of his own, but, you know, just dropping them right there. Not really going to get too far. Doesn't get killed by Skyguard on the way out. And we do have Kuri out here. Does kill a moneymaker. Will probably get the second one as well. Will he go for the neutralize? No, Wingman is here to react, so he will be retreating the area. And will the mid-fight start? A lot of Buckies down for that Carbon team. Not too much. Oh, but Kuri going with some bombs. Bombs do kill Buckies really quickly. So, and, you know, not too much out for the blue team, though. It's 25 to 30, so the Carbon team does have more units out on the field. And, you know, not till next patch. Next patch, I mean, I'm pretty sure this game will be posted by the time they patch. But, you know, the whatever patches after 23476, they will be changing the upkeep system. So, you know, the more heavy-hitting, more valuable units are going to be multiple upkeep instead of just one for everything, which, you know, obviously makes sense in certain ways. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. We'll see how it works out. I'm assuming it'll work out pretty similarly to a power system in terms of balance. I mean, it was like that before, just, I guess, not to as high as a degree as it was now, because before it was kind of just like 1, 2, or 3, but I think now the more heavy units take up a little bit more than that. You know, I'm not really sure, but EagleShadow, oh my god, almost getting finished off by creeps, but barely getting away using this loop. And Kuri, was he able to actually get anything? No, just harassing the Jackals, not able to actually finish off any moneymakers or anything like that. So the mid-fight really hasn't started that much yet. The Carbon team has cleared their stuff on the left side, and EagleShadow going to be able to finish off, okay, what was that? Whatever that was, I think that was a Seeker or something like that. He was able to kill that, and a few moneymakers killed by Kuri. And Skyguard, oh, finishing off EagleShadow after that loop. EagleShadow not able to get back to his outpost before that loop completed. But these moneymakers have been killed and not being rebuilt by any one of the Carbon team players. And, oh, we do have a tech pod already out for the blue team, and EagleShadow calling out push mid. So I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of units out here for the Carbon team. Maybe he means start the fight for mid is probably more accurate. Kuri, oh, I didn't notice Kuri has three Santa hats out as his pet. But now, okay, now moneymakers being rebuilt by Skyguard. 2 more coming out in the field, but the Carbon team way ahead in this mid fight. There are still some neutrals on blue side of the middle outpost, and EagleShadow just trying to snipe some stuff down. Will he be able to get anything killed? Might have wanted to go for that Bucky instead of the Longhorn. The Longhorn does not get finished off before he's able to, or before he runs out of energy. We have a lot of goalies out on the field already for the blue team, though, so that is going to play a big part, as I don't see any goalies, or at least I wish spectator mode had that tech pod icon, you know, still up there by the, you know, by the top over there. That would be great, but you know, it's not happening here. And Wingman calling out for healers, but using all chat. But yeah, the Carbon team grabbing this middle outpost. It will kind of be a war of attrition for the blue team, as they are now starting to make a line of goalies, and EagleShadow really going to take advantage of that snipe ability, having a wall of goalies in front of him to protect him. And barely in range of the kind of the edge units for the Carbon team there. And now supporting with Ratchet's a pretty typical mid-fight setup, or at least a, I would assume, are there any Berthas in their loadout? No, they just have Arties. Oh, I don't even know if this Artie sitting over here is going to be in range of too much sitting over here for the Carbon team. But it doesn't look like the Carbon team is going to be able to do oh, Bertha coming out. Let's see if they have a Sonya out on the field. I kind of would assume that they would have, but they didn't yet. And Kuri checking some stuff. Oh, this Moneymaker never was replaced. Guys, gotta definitely have to be aware of your Moneymakers and rebuild them as much as you possibly can if they get killed. Just like Skyguard did. I'm assuming he put that. Oh no, the two are still. I guess he just put them down somewhere else. Or canceled them from his build queue, but yeah, definitely want those Moneymakers rebuilt. So the Carbon team, oh, and the blue team still does not have a Sonya out. What is Kuri bringing? Was that the Sonya? I think it was just another goalie. Actually, he was moving really slow. So yeah, the Carbon team just massing up more units over here. Does have 2 Berthas down, and the blue team with no Sonya is going to just eventually the unit cluster is eventually just gonna get whittled away. And I would assume a Sonya is up here for the Carbon team. No, oh, but we do have a tank push coming out for the Carbon team, going for the blue team's right outpost. That right forward does look like it's probably going to hold up. The 2 goalies are there. They will have to go through this one as well, and there are a couple of healing units, but we do have Skyguard dropping a Longhorn at the front door, not at the corner, and Kuri here to take it, or to defend. But in the meantime, we do have this tank push getting pretty shut down by those protected goalies. Wingman trying to get this outpost neutralized, not successful in doing that, so it does look like that blue team is going to be able to hold. Not too surprising, just taking a look at the initial defenses that they had, and the amount of tanks that the Carbon team pushed out with wasn't really a full all-in or anything like that, so you definitely don't want to risk that middle outpost, especially if you already have it under your control. However, the Moneymaker's still not replaced yet, and the blue team does have a lot of Moneymakers on the field. I don't know what the count is. Let's see. These loadout counters are working in replays now. Thank you, DevCen. 7-7, so it is about equal. The Carbon team with a slight, well, used to have a slight edge in the income, just because they had that middle outpost claimed under their control. But oh, and we did. Oh, those goalies were pushed. Oh, and completely shut down while I was looking at the Moneymaker counts. Great, thanks. But yeah, the Carbon team did lose that middle outpost, but the blue team pretty much lost all their units, and now the Carbon team is using this to their advantage. Going to be pushing these on Y, I think, because they didn't go on this outside lane. So, and that's probably the right decision. They could switch it to T for that close, or just go straight for the outpost. Depends on what they scout once the units get in the vicinity. So let's see what Wingman decides to do. Oh, they're just going back to their mid to get more units, and they are just going for the kill. But we do have Kuri putting some defenses out. 1 goalie, a couple Gemini, and where is EagleShadow? EagleShadow, okay, yeah, EagleShadow's here as well, bringing out another goalie, and this will probably hold up. The Carbon team could easily switch, or at least they could have easily switched it to T, and as there was only pretty much Jackals and like a single Longhorn defending it that close, they might have been able to take it. Now they are starting to ferry some stuff over, but I think this is a little bit too late. The blue team will be able to reinforce pretty well, and all those Carbon units just thrown away very, very similarly to the way that the blue team kind of threw away their units trying to attack the mid. There was definitely not enough goalies there. I didn't really catch that push, but at what they had sitting there was either 4 or 5 goalies, against a defender's advantage, against 2 mechs, one of them a bomber. So definitely something that is probably not recommended. You definitely need the numbers if you are the one that is pushing, if you are the attacker, if you are not the defender. However, this Bertha has been able to neutralize that forward outpost, and Skyguard able to neutralize this close. So the blue team at this point right now, very, very behind on the income. It goes back up to blue, but I would assume that Wingman would be able to neutralize it pretty quickly. Oh, but does get killed. What is this called again? Sonya is up for the blue team, and the blue team will eventually be able to take this outpost back under the control. Oh, they did send a couple goalies or whatever tanks they had at the fort, so they could get a surround on that outpost. They did set them on capture, but I think the Carbon team with a huge advantage here with the Berthas under their control, and this game is not too active. Or at least the pushes have failed, so it probably will eventually come down to artillery war and kind of stationary turtle type of thing. as Kuri got killed by both of the carbon mechs right there. And Kuri calling out to snipe mid. It's not that hard to do on Duel. You know, yeah, this is pretty much the perfect point right here for the for an Angel. However, 2 carbon mechs here, EagleShadow might just want to concentrate on saving his units instead of killing, because with 2 carbon mechs in the area, oh, and Skyguard good, almost getting killed right there, almost going down to that Warthog fire of Kuri. And now EagleShadow asking for some AA. Does put a couple, I think that was one Seeker. That might have been picked up from heal, but Ratchet's going down as well. EagleShadow actually tearing it up, as late game Angel as of right now is not that balanced, you know, that ultimate railgun ability. And we do have level 1 that EagleShadow does have out now, or have upgraded. So he's doing quite a lot of damage. I don't know the exact numbers, but it is very high. And you know, once he can upgrade that ultimate ability even more, it's a passive ultimate, which is a little bit strange. I never thought that they would have done that in this game, but you know, apparently they did. Paladin has a kind of a passive ultimate to begin with. I would hope that that's eventually going to be changed. And EagleShadow actually getting a lot of hits in before being forced away by Wingman. Wingman just dropping and meleeing. But will we see another move out? It does not look like it, just because we have Berthas out for the Carbon team. I mean, if I were the Carbon team, I might want to just spam more Berthas, you know, soften up that forward, push in eventually. But, you know, it's a little, you know, every single kind of move is dangerous. Kuri with 2 Jackals, able to neutralize this outpost already, finish off 1 Moneymaker, and probably going to be able to keep this outpost neutral. EagleShadow coming with some creeps, but Wingman will be able to take care of him pretty quickly, so it will not go up to either team as of yet. And Kuri just staying here in the area. What is EagleShadow? EagleShadow grabbing more creeps, has 3 goalies in his queue. And gonna, oh man, now it will go up to blue. Let's see. Oh, I doubt that they will be able to hold it, as this push from the fort is nearing this this area here. And it does go back down to neutral. Wingman in that bomber, able to finish off that neutralization pretty quickly. Kuri trying to kill what he can, but EagleShadow actually did go down. Kuri very low on health as well. Probably will get finished off before he gets back to his outpost. And yes, we do have a wipe on the blue team by the Carbon team. So let's see if they're actually going to use this opportunity and maybe push out. There's just a single goalie and a Longhorn really defending this front area, so they could actually move out. However, the Bertha is definitely the safe way to go, although there is a Sonya in the area, so it's not really doing the, you know, it's not really doing its job as fast as it could have been, assuming there was no Sonya. Hard counters OP, right, guys? But we do have a full queue of goalies out here by EagleShadow. And Kuri just doing a little bit more distraction. Let's see what EagleShadow does once he finishes building this last goalie. He only has 5,000 credits in his bank, so it doesn't really look like he's going to try to just, you know, bring one out of queue so he can queue up another one. But he is trying to snipe as much as he can right now from this mid area. And I mean, the Carbon team's mid cluster has pretty much been whittled down pretty well by EagleShadow and that Angel. He's just charging, sniping, finishing off a goalie from the front with a Ratchet in support even. And that is just, you know, that says something in itself, you know, already. And he does have 18,000. He can queue up another goalie, as I think they have been I don't know if you can really call it rebalanced, but the cost has increased to 14.5, I think. You know, benefits of not playing, not knowing these exact numbers, but we do have a send out here by the Carbon team. Does look like they are sending him on Y again. We do have Skyguard with a Longhorn gonna be dropping it. Oh, he tried to do a fort drop, but both corners were blocked. Might as well just drop it in the hole, but we do have, oh man, this push out here is gonna be just shut down by this cluster of goalies. Wingman could, I don't know what he could do at this point. Oh man, every single tank has been pretty much finished off. Wingman gonna be finished off as well, and the Carbon team has this Carbon team push has just been completely demolished by the blue team with great positioning. I mean, kind of a no scout push there by that Carbon team, which is pretty dangerous. And now I would assume, yeah, counter push is pretty much the way to go. Everything on that, oh, whoa, what happened to the camera there? But everything on the left side of that mid was sent out. Everything on the right side still there. But, you know, to be honest, versus that blue team, that blue team's cluster on their unit cluster at that forward, especially with the 5 goalies in EagleShadow's queue, 30K in his bank right now. And yeah, now they are starting to move out, but the goalies are being split. I really hope that the blue team can see this and you know, start moving the goal. Okay, so these are going to be pretty much killed by the units sitting there on the right side. Oh, and a heavy mine going down, but it does not get armed before the goalies go over it. So that's a huge thing, actually. That's a huge thing. But a couple more heavy mines go down. A few of them will probably go off. No, wingman. Okay, yeah, a couple of them do, but they have been able to neutralize the middle outpost, and there is nothing defending on the left side for this blue team, or for this carbon team. And wingman just spamming heavy mines, desperately trying to, desperately trying to block these goalies' path and get them softened up or killed even. But it does look like the goalies will do the job. There's still quite a lot, and a lot of heavy mines here. And oh man, look at that push. That was pretty much from the fort and that close. And EagleShadow setting off those heavy mines, something I really would like to get rid of in this game. Needs to be rebalanced another way. I don't really think that's a good solution. I did post about that in the forums. But, this outpost was neutralized. Oh, whoa, man. The camera control now just bugs out like crazy sometimes. But these tanks are going to this outpost because it was neutralized, which will be fixed in the next push. But we have a Longhorn send out here with absolutely nothing defending the fort except for a goalie on the corner, Kuri. Oh no, these are sent on capture. Very interesting. And Skyguard here to support. And now EagleShadow bringing out the goalies he had in queue, and pretty much a lot of other stuff as well. And I do think this will probably win. I don't know. That's a lot of heavy mines. The heavy mines might actually go off and soften them up. In the meantime, we do have Skyguard still doing some harass here. These tanks have been finished off by Kuri and his supporting units. Gemini going down, and the blue team has been able to clear the middle outpost defense here by the that the carbon team had set up. Heavy mines not being set up. EagleShadow and Kuri can actually reposition these goalies, set them off manually, and they won't have to worry about them. Oh, but actually the goalies getting finished off. Skyguard and Wingman actually finished off the most of the goalies in that area, and now the mid is pretty much clear. And Wingman with that whirlwind going to be finishing off that second goalie, Skyguard as well. And all the mechs are at levels 12 and 11. Let's see how high. EagleShadow already has level 2 of his ultimate passive, sniper upgrade ability, sniper damage upgrade, which is pretty crazy to begin with. Kind of reminiscent of the Striker DPS, guns upgrade days, which was just a little bit insane. EagleShadow going to be able to neutralize this middle outpost. There is that Gemini there. But we do have Wingman coming out with more level 4 creeps here. Already 16 minutes into the game, and Wingman able to retake this outpost and keep it from being neutralized. And the blue team has lost their forward, so all those goalies getting finished off. Whirlwind OP, but Kuri with 4 level 4 creeps of his own. Let's see if we can get this outpost neutralized. That will be pretty substantial in this fight, as it is pretty even on the upkeep, to be honest. However, I guess except for this one big tank line. And now, once again, going to be softened up, and EagleShadow able to do a lot of damage and clean up a lot of those tanks just by landing and sniping. However, they are coming. I don't know what the carbon team has planned for them. They might go with a switch to T, or they might just go straight for the fort, as the fort has pretty much no defense except, again, for that goalie at the corner that was just never touched or moved. But again, Kuri and EagleShadow, strong DPS Warthog, extremely high DPS snipe ability. And now the defense is going to be going down by that blue team, and Wingman trying to kill what he can, but does go down to an enemy goalie, and that's going to be about it. The carbon team's push has been shut down as well. Wow, crazy. So many pushes, so many, not necessarily failed pushes, but so many pushes that were shut down effectively by both teams. I guess you can call that failed, but that's not really the same thing, to be honest. The carbon team has been able to retake this middle outpost and has 3 level 4 creeps bunkered and has taken the forward back as well. So let's see if the blue team can push back. A couple of seekers coming out by Kuri, and will be able to get this outpost neutralized, if not infantry spam. Wingman trying to get Kuri finished off, but that high DPS Warthog able to finish off and Kuri getting oh, but that outpost is not. Oh god, that was pretty crazy. Skyguard would have been able to get that finish if he continued the pursuit, but I guess he also assumed that outpost, that close outpost, was still under Blue's control, and he wouldn't have been able to get that finish on Kuri. But if he kept the pursuit, he would have been able to finish him off. Pretty ridiculous there. Definitely have to keep your eye on the minimap for several reasons, and one of the reasons definitely is to make sure that certain outposts are or are not under enemy control, because it does give you that information regardless if you have vision of it, which might not be necessarily a good thing, but that's how the game works right now nonetheless. And Wingman, the fight is now for this forward outpost, and Kuri's, he might be able to get this outpost neutralized if no one responds, and kind of infantry spam would be the way to keep it, but it does go back down to neutral, and EagleShadow finishing off a lot, but just with his sniper rifle as well. level 3 of sniper rifle for everything, but EagleShadow getting finished off on the ground there by Skyguard. And the Carbon team will be able to hold this outpost once again. And nothing here at this forward outpost, but, you know, creep spam, especially level 4 creep, super strong. And we are almost at 20 minutes here. This game has been going back and forth between these two outposts. And a lot of weird Y pushes by the Carbon team. No switching to T. It's just really, really strange. I kind of would expect them to not necessarily switch to T, but maybe do a T push to begin with. And I know that if you drop them like in this area on Duel right there, they will go for this close outpost instead of that forward on your enemy side. And Skyguard doing a scout. Let's see what they decide to do. The Carbon team has been able to take control of this outpost, but will they be able to hold it is the question. They probably want to get some creeps bunkered, and I would assume that's the next step. But look at this unit cluster by the blue team. They are starting to move out, and the question is, do they have them on T or do they have them on Y? It's a little funny, actually, to be honest, that we are referring to them by their keyboard shortcuts. But it's definitely faster to say T or Y than attack or capture. And we do have Gemini here at the front door, but let's keep an eye on this unit cluster here by this blue team. Lots of goalies, lots of Seekers. Heavy Mines going down, so the Seekers might get finished off, but the goalies have already reached this mid, and it probably will be enough to overtake the middle outpost, depending on how the Carbon team can react. What do they have in queue? They just have a couple of tanks, but they don't have the middle outpost under their control anymore, so they won't be able to just bring them down for instant defense. And blue team has not stopped these goalies. Okay, now they are stopping them. Oh, but we do have I guess we will see a counter push here, or not necessarily a counter push, but I guess an attempt to retake this middle outpost. But these blue goalies are still going. The blue team has not stopped. Kuri moving even one of the goalies even further. Where is he putting it? Where are they going for? Are they going for this forward outpost? It's probably not a good decision, but I love it anyway, just because it's creating so much action, and they are going still on Y. There's nothing defending at that blue, at that Carbon fort, but that, you know, it's been shut down, so it doesn't really matter. But the blue team has been able to retain a couple of the goalies and the Seekers here at the middle outpost, and it's a little bit hilarious because they still don't have control of this forward. Now finally getting neutralized by creeps, so nothing by the blue team, and the Carbon team kind of reaching this too late. They might have wanted to just skip trying to fight back for mid immediately and try to take and hold this forward outpost, but it's not really going to happen. The blue team creeps have been able to neutralize that that forward outpost back to and oh, we do have a send, I think. Oh no, it's just all these heavy mines. Creeps plus the heavy mine line made it look like on the mini map that they were pushing out, but the blue team will be able to retake this outpost, no problem. Now it is the Carbon team on the defensive, and the Carbon team not doing too many drops during the entire time that they had mid. They just did a lot of pushing, so they have not really whittled down the blue team's fort health. And it does look like the fight will now shift to the other set of forward and mid, I guess, on this left side of the middle outpost. And the Carbon team now just going to start to push back, but we do have Wingman dropping. Oh, another Longhorn was here as well. So let's see if that'll actually work. The blue team still has not responded to it. They don't see those dots or in the minimap, or at least have chosen not to yet. And now EagleShadow does see it, but it probably is too late because there are 3 tanks and 2 mechs, or at least, now 4 tanks. One did get killed, but another one dropped over here. So this will go down to neutral. Let's see if Skyguard and Wingman can actually take this under the control. No infantry being brought here by Wingman. I would assume it would be jumper spam at this point, which would be the most effective way to go, but just more tanks, which gives EagleShadow and Kuri the extremely high DPS, strong mech killing or unit killing mechs to finish off these tanks that are sitting over here. And that does happen, so that attack was pretty much nullified by this blue team. I mean, I don't want to say it's because they didn't bring any infantry, and another tech pod going down out on the field by the blue team. And now another tank drop attack here at the forward. They probably, once again, this is kind of the same story. They probably will get it neutralized, but how far will it get them? It won't really get them any more map control. So I guess the question is, you know, did it come down to them losing more units, or them killing more units than they lost? And I really highly doubt that. Those 2 Gemini were kind of at the benefit. The benefit was they killed, for the most part, like 2 or 3 jackals that were sitting over there, and yeah, neutralized the outpost, which was pretty much which was pretty much taken by creeps anyway, so it wasn't that crucial. Kuri neutralizing this outpost, but not getting anywhere with it, just keeping the Carbon team on their toes. Wingman now with more. Oh, they are creating a tank cluster here. Oh, I guess they're trying to leapfrog a little bit further out. Now they are sending out. Wow, that is very, very interesting. Did they send these on capture? I would assume they sent them on capture, but once again, the unit killing mechs are here. EagleShadow going to be able to finish off a lot of those tanks before they reach anywhere. Bombs getting dropped by Kuri, and Skyguard now with a goalie. Gonna get finished off in the air by EagleShadow. And I guess Wingman got killed a little bit earlier as well. But now coming back to the fight, does have a Longhorn in his cargo. But once again, that tank push just being completely shut down. It's a little funny, though, because the fort is completely open. And Wingman and Skyguard both scouted at the same time. And both see that it is completely open. Will they try to drop? How will they try to pressure this blue team into trying to, or at least how will they try to pressure the blue team so they can take back map control? Blue team can't really push out with all these heavy mines here, although they can just set them off by walking over, and it won't be that hard for them to do, as there's really not too much defense over here. You know, just land right here, walk all the way back. You can avoid the majority of that tank fire. There are not really any secrets in the area, I don't think. I didn't really see any, and they're just putting more pressure here at this forward. EagleShadow just spamming that sniper rifle, really taking advantage of its strength, and Kuri now with some jackals gonna go for the last stand, probably gonna go for some moneymakers. No, gonna go for the neutralize, but Skyguard with those rockets. Let's see if he can actually. Oh well, Kuri's able to neutralize it, and now EagleShadow with some creeps. Where will he go? I guess he's just gonna go for the forward neutralization, which will probably happen because there's only 3 infantry left up there. And it does go down neutral. The creeps do get killed by Skyguard, so will they be able to bring any infantry back here? Who will grab some creeps? Oh, EagleShadow now finally realizing those heavy mines are there and does de-loop the hell away. But the Carbon team has pretty much lost this forward outpost. Nothing surrounding, no more supporting units, just creeps wandering in. Pretty much the same story for the blue team, so it's not really that monumental that they have creeps already walking in. It'll probably go back up to the Carbon team. And Kuri getting finished off there. But EagleShadow is going to be able to neutralize this once again. Blue team's just eventually going to be able to retake that forward outpost away from Carbon team. I really highly doubt that they'll be able to push back here. The unit advantage is dramatically in favor of this blue team, 19-43. Unless blue team makes a huge mistake, I really highly doubt that the Carbon team will be able to get back in this, as Skyguard neutralizing this forward once again. But you know, it's just it's a super uphill slope. Uphill slope battle. I try kind of combining sayings here, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah, it's just really hard for him. You know, to be able to take back this forward outpost just by quick action and not with a substantial tank push or like coordinated team drops or anything like that. It's just going to be really difficult. But they are coming out another tech pod, I guess a replacement tech pod coming out for Skyguard. And he will be able to now spam some more goalies. However, they are just really credit-starved. Full moneymakers. Let's see if... Okay, so they do have every socket they have under the control completely full of moneymakers. Oh, but it's going to be too late. That is way too many goalies. If this is the death blow, or at least if this is sent on Y, then it will be the death blow. I doubt that the Carbon team can actually hold up against this. This is so many goalies. And I don't know if they're set on Y or if they're set on T. It does look like they are set on Y. So they are, or at least most of them are. And Kuri now repositioning, trying to avoid those heavy mines, trying to lift them up. But you know, it's not too much to worry about. They are goalies, so they aren't going to be that horribly damaged. Or they compared to their complete fort or complete HP. And now we do have some repositioning. Lots of goalies on the corner. The Carbon health going down really fast. A lot of their fort defense has been finished off already. Wingman with his whirlwind, but I doubt it's going to be enough. That life going down really fast, and this is going to be it. So many blue units. EagleShadow dropping the GGWP, and that is it. EagleShadow and Kuri, the blue team, taking this ranked 2v2 on Duel over wingman876 and Skyguard777. Wow, lots of pushing, lots of moves, lots of pushes shut down. Pretty much every push, but that last one was a push that was shut down. And pretty much the push that blue sent from their forward to take the mid. But that push kept going for some strange reason. That was a little funny. I guess maybe it was to take the Carbon team away from mid. But either way, the blue team doing a great job taking that mid away from Carbon team without any Berthas. The Carbon team, I was expecting to see a lot of Berthas out on the field, But that didn't happen. Wingman and Skyguard losing that mid and eventually going down in defeat to EagleShadow and Kuri. Wow, what a game, guys. If you have any games that are this back and forth, that has this much outpost switching, neutralizing, and all that, definitely want to see it. So send them in to ruy0x@gmail.com, or you can message me on Steam as well. Same spiel, but definitely different games each time. So yeah, guys, this is RUY, and that is game. See you next time.